Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Kakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the hopeful elect brothers that is doing the work of the Lord and that's doing it in sincerity and truth. Now, in this lesson, I'll be going over this soon to be TikTok ban and how it's based upon prophecy. Now this is from CNN. It says, yes, a TikTok ban is closer than ever. No, your app probably won't just disappear. Now, I'll be going into two prophecies dealing with this ban. And it's very interesting how the Lord does things. It says under the picture, it says Supreme Court seems ready to allow a TikTok ban. TikTok's fate in the United States is now in the hands of the Supreme Court, and things are not looking good for the app. Now, for their reason, right? They're saying that they want to get rid of it for disinformation and for possible security threats, national security threats and spying and all that. But the real reason, because that's all alleged. But if you're really in tune with what's going on, there's a more interesting reason behind all that. That's just what they say, because they want to justify them banning this app. But there's a more interesting reason, and I'm gonna go into it. The Supreme Court on Friday heard oral arguments over the law that could ban TikTok in the United States. The law, signed by President Joe Biden in April, requires TikTok to be sold off from its China-based parent company, ByteDance, or face a U.S. ban. So they're saying that if TikTok doesn't get sold, from its parent company, then the U.S. will ban it. And they're going into it being sold off to a possible American buyer, or if it's not like one sole person, then an American company, so that they could have control over it and they could control the information that gets filtered and shown through the app, because there's a lot of truth that come out on TikTok and also on Instagram and YouTube. But TikTok, there's a lot of real interesting info that regular people or people that are in certain jobs in certain fields, they give you the inside scoop on what's going on when certain events happen, or when certain laws get passed, or when certain things happen, deal with other countries and all that. They give you the inside scoop. They tell you what's really going on, and the devil doesn't like that. So they want to have control. The devil Esau wants to be like the Most High. He wants to have full control over everybody and everything. And Esau is a so-called white man. Now it says, the hearing did not seem to go well for TikTok, making it more likely than ever that the ban will go into effect starting on January 19, meaning January 19, this January, which 19 is in a couple days. Today's the 15th. Most of the justices appeared likely to uphold the law, lobbing tough questions at lawyers for TikTok and its users about the relevance of their argument that the law violates the First Amendment, on which it does. But the Supreme Court, the U.S. government, has bought people's freedom and gave them security. So the people gave up their freedom for security. So right now, who cares in whichever law or bill these people pass? The government, whichever law Esau pass can violate, certain amendments, but at the end of the day, who cares? Because they pass acts and bills, that basically they could suspend, all these amendments and, take away people's rights, and that they could pass, any law they want. Now, this is interesting. Let's go into the scriptures. This is the notes. Let's go into Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Amos chapter 8 verse 11 says, Amos chapter 8 verse 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So this is a prophecy that's about to come to pass right now, because it says a famine. A famine is a lack of food and or water, right? And that leads into people being hungry. People dying of hunger and of thirst. That leads to people looking at people as food. Because there's no food around, that leads to people eating their pets. It gets crazy when things get really real, right? But it says not that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread. So this is not talking about bread or water or food, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So the Lord is going to send a famine in the land of hearing of the words of the Lord, meaning that the Lord is going to make it to where there's a lack of his prophets preaching his word. It's going to be hard or near impossible. It's going to be impossible for you to find the men of the Lord, because that's where you're going to hear the words of the Lord. So that goes into them going into Salakia, going into banning, free speech, the suspension of certain amendments. That goes into them banning reading the Bible, banning anyone believe in the Bible. that goes into them doing away with the internet, because it's what they really want to do, because a lot of information has been pushed through the internet, and that was set up by Yahweh Bashim Shai, for the internet to be made, for his word to be pushed through it. That's the unicorn. That's written of it in Psalms. I forgot what chapter, but yeah, the Lord made a way for his word to be preached through the web, through the internet, and that it can be broadcasted or sent throughout the whole earth. And that his prophets, starting with our apostles and elders on down, they didn't have to physically take a plane, and go to every country, where Jake is at. And Jake is in every country. Jake is in, the whole face of the earth. Jake is in all the continents, wherever people are, because we are scattered, everywhere. But the Lord is gonna, the Lord is bringing us back to him through the preaching of his word. The prophets are out there, brothers telling Jake, prophesying to Jake to repent, that this kingdom is on his way out, and that we are the Israelites, or so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the seed of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's among these other nations, right? And they may not look like a so-called Negro or Latino. They might look like, the nations where they've been living for possible hundreds of years, right? But yeah, that's the famine of the word. The famine of the word is soon. And this is one cut, this is one prophecy that the Lord is bringing to pass with this TikTok ban. Lord, will this lesson is edifying. This is Isaiah chapter 33. Isaiah chapter 33. So, get this truth while you can, because pretty soon they're gonna shut off the web. They're gonna shut off the internet, and it's gonna be hard, to find the men of the Lord, because the Lord is gonna withdraw and hide his men, because there was a point in time for decades, that the Lord brought out his word, but a lot of people didn't listen. Preferably 2/3 of Israel, will not listen. So the Lord is gonna mark them for judgment and then destroy them. But the elect, will hear the word of the Lord, will hear that the Israelites, and they will repent and be converted to the truth, and then they'll be delivered by Yahushua when he comes back. Now this is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, not verse 1, Salakia. Verse 6. Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So wisdom and knowledge that brothers, right, that has been preaching the word, we've gained wisdom and knowledge from Yahweh Bashim Shai through doing his work, by preaching the word. We've obtained wisdom and knowledge by going over the scriptures, by following the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, by going out and preaching on the highways and byways, by doing lessons, by studying, and by actually applying the scriptures to our lives. And brothers, brothers, have been tested by the Lord, and with those tests, at the end, we gained experience, and then from that experience we've gained wisdom. So in the times to come in Jacob's trouble, we'll know what to do in certain situations. And ultimately, with that is, we just have to have faith and trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, no matter what. Have faith and trust in the Lord, no matter what the situation is. Down the line in Jacob's trouble, whether it's you haven't eaten, in a few days, or you haven't drunken anything in a few days, whatever it might be, the Lord will provide, for his elect, right? The fear of the Lord is his treasure, because when you fear the Lord, you do what the Lord said to do. Love is the keeping of his commandments, right? And the fear of the Lord is a beginning of wisdom and knowledge. So it ties in together. If you fear the Lord, Salaka, if you love the Lord, then you will fear the Lord and do what he said to do. And then the Lord will sup with you. He'll send his angels to protect you, and to guide you through the rough paths of the world. And the Lord will keep you out of danger. Now another prophecy is Isaiah 32:9. It's coming to pass through this ban and through ban of other social media, and ultimately the ban of the internet. Isaiah 32 verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear to my speech. Yeah, so these women have been at ease, because they followed, the wicked way of feminism, brought to them by the devil. They were promised that they could be equal to a man, they could work, and that they could be whores, and they could have all the freedom in the world, and that they could get condoms, and they could sleep with a whole bunch of men and not get pregnant, and that they could be over a man, and that they could put their career first and make a whole bunch of money. And now all these women are miserable because they don't have any children, right? They don't have any children. They've whored themselves out for their whole lives, and when they get to 30, 35, they realize that they have to get married, or they have to have children, but by then it's too late. And then the career, they don't care about their careers anymore, because they didn't have any children, or get with a man, which is what they're made for. They're made to be servants of a man, and they're made to have children. And by the time they realize that, it's too late, because they've been tricked by the devil. Give ear unto my speech, ye careless daughters. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Yeah, so all these benefits that Esau gave these women, by Section 8, food stamps, social media where they make money, by being, damn near half naked, or, whatever it is, being a social media model, an Instagram model, being on OnlyFans. The Most High is cutting all that off, all those benefits, and also feminism is failing them. Feminism failed them. The vintage shall not come. So the goods, which is the benefits, it shall not come, is being cut off. And with TikTok possibly being banned, that's their moneymaker. So they're gonna lose. A lot of them are gonna lose their homes because they can't make any money anymore from TikTok, and they're gonna lose their cars. They're gonna lose their minds. They're gonna be homeless. And this is a great humbling unto women from Yahweh Shem Shai for following the devil, for being simple and following the devil, in which women are wicked anyways. And that's why women shouldn't really have liberty to do whatever they want, because ultimately they'll just destroy themselves. They'll just be whores and they'll just do stupid shit to destroy themselves. That's why they have to be under a man, preferably under a righteous man, especially our women, the so-called Black and Hispanic women and Native American women. Feminism and all the freedom that this devil gave to our women, in turn with that, it destroyed their minds. It caused a destruction of the so-called Black and Hispanic family. It made single mothers, and it made our men, because they're raised by women, they end up in jail or they end up dead. And it made the women, single mothers and whores, and it just destroyed our people. And now the woman that was following that way of life, they have to pay for it now. And this is it's like a perfect cut from the Lord, killing two birds with one stone. So Amos chapter 8 verse 11, the famine of the word, and Isaiah chapter 32 verse 9. And this is a video here. This is from this YouTuber Chai Shazed. If you want to go check it out, it's really good. TikTok ban will ruin my life. I will lose my home and my 2025 car. The Lord is about to humble these women. Yeah. Oh, and this is the article that I read before. And that's the end of the lesson. I had more scriptures, but that's the point. Lord will, this lesson was edifying. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.